Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is April 27th, 2022, Wednesday. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. That man never shuts up. I don't even know what to say. So, we do the disclaimer, use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for standard. But for Mr. Perry's unwanted contact, stalking, hacking, peeping, coercion, bullshit, strange-o imposed on me, I wouldn't document it. It's for criminal court. He's about to go to jail. He seems not to understand what's happening. When we get these, Mr. Perry, these recordings and shit, that's you being told on and stopped and told on and stopped and told. You are to leave me alone, Neil. You're pissing everybody off again today. So we got more. You act like you have no idea what people say to you. You need to get a special ed teacher to help you with that. That's not my thing. I don't have finger paints and crayons and puppets for somebody who acts like a mental 1-year-old, and you're pissing everybody off. Leave me alone. Shut the hell up and get out of my life. But for Mr. Perry committing every unbelievable crime against me on the planet. Weirdo shit. Weirdo. We wouldn't document it in a podcast, and it is for court, Mr. Perry. You're about to go to jail. You need to remember who it is you're talking to. You seem like you forget. So, apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard. He's not that. He's a Looney Tune. And we assert our constitutional rights, First Amendment. Women have the right to talk about a stalker. People have the right to talk about the crime being committed against them. And I apply all constitutional rights, but the First Amendment, so it's like the First Amendment, but not limited to, the 14th Amendment, but not limited to, the application equally of all stalking, hacking, voyeurism laws, witness tampering laws, state and federal, all of them. Violence against women. Listen, you do not have my consent to peep or talk to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't know how many different ways I need to say that, Mr. Perry, but because you won't shut up, we got more today. Mr. Perry can't campaign until she's in jail. Guess what he's doing all morning? Go to work, go work, go work, go work, go. How would you know what I'm doing right now, Mr. Peeping Tom, if you're not peeping? Peeping is a crime. By the way, it's a turnoff, too. So 12 years into this, you don't have a date. You're told on and told on and told on and told on. And you act like you have not a clue what I just said or what's happening. Every time you're told on, sir, you're being stopped. You can't do it by yourself like a big boy. So it's being done for you. It's just that you're mentally slow and you don't get that. You pissed everybody off again today. What were you told to do? Comply with the law and fuck off. Not tell me what you think or what you want me to do today. It doesn't concern you. You are to shut up and get out of my life. That's it. It's the law. You're breaking the law. You shouldn't know what I'm doing today. You need to get off your fat, lazy ass and go work. And stop being a little pervert and peeping on women you can never have. And bothering everyone else with your delusion. And your strange old problem. We are sick of it, Mr. Perry. So because of that, I got this. Charles can't campaign until she's in jail. So I've been threatened with false arrest since I was in jail for the first one. When after I moved twice to get away from a stalker weirdo like Mr. Perry, and told him, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Whatever delusional romance is in your head is not in mine. You are a Looney Tune, and you need to get some help. There's a thing called delusional erotomania. Remember when we met, he was a nobody, little boring accountant. I was raised in the home of the power in the town where I grew up. Chief of police was my granddad. He was also an elected official. I was in politics all my life. I did government reform on a federal level. Didn't do state. Didn't do Texas. So he clearly got. I also lived in Vegas. You run into famous people in Vegas. We partied with famous people. Before I was married, I did. So Mr. Perry has no idea who all I know and all that stuff. But he saw pictures on my Facebook page and got enamored or something. But he's rejected. He's just a reject fail. It's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. Ever since he's got a online peep show business that it was being investigated for some time now, that he puts cameras in women's homes and broadcasts them all over the internet and sells watch time. And then they get some sort of gratification out of causing loss and hardship to women and children, little babies, lose their homes. The witness says he gets them fired. He's a sex sadist. He gets sexual gratification being a jerk, a piece of shit trash. He causes them to lose their job. He'll make sure they can't find another one. Then they lose the house. Then he has the ex take the kids away. And then he goes, and I'm quoting, the witness rubs one out. He's a sex weirdo. He got caught when he started doing it to me. This was from this morning. Who has the actual recording, Perry? Which law enforcement agency has this actual recording? And there's about 3 to 5 every day that I type up. That's not all of them. I don't have time to type them all up. I'm busy. You ought to know that. You sit on your fat, lazy ass and watch me work. Don't tell me to work. I am working. You're the job. So, what do you want me to go drive around so BAPD can pull me over and do some shit you called in? Did you call something in? We already talked about that yesterday. Here's the thing. You're so stupid. You don't seem to understand something. When I talk about it, you're caught. There is no cover-up, sir. You don't have a cover-up. If I already talked about what you're going to do. You have police all over you. 40 police officers from various places that don't think it's cute what you're doing to me. Or the Neelys and the Millers. Or other women and children that you rape every day. You're a peeping Tom nothing. And everybody's sick and tired of hearing what you have to say, sick and tired of dealing with your problems and your drama and the hardship that you cause everyone else. And when you get told on and caught and told on and caught and told on and caught, that is you being stopped. You need to get a special ed teacher to help you understand what people say, because you clearly have not a clue. That's the second part of it. This is just from today. We have 3 to 5 every damn day. Yesterday it was, did you not get Broken Arrow Police Department to pull her over? We've already been over this, Alzheimer's. You only have to say it one time for us. I'm sorry that you need things repeated over and over and over and over and over. You piss everybody off every day. You fuck with me. All the wrong people. I work with people who are like me. They believe power is in service. You relieve suffering caused by crime. You tell the victim you're safe now, and you are not the victim. You are the perpetrator of some pretty heinous criminal acts. It's disgusting. We all want you gone. So Mr. Perry's again asking me today who's telling, who is helping you. Is it this person? Is it that person? Every day for years, I've said 3 things. 1, I'm not told that because you have a bad habit of killing people. That is highly confidential information. Number 2, wouldn't help you if I was. Number 3, we all want you gone. There is zero motive for me to help you. Charles, you need to shut up and remember who it is you're talking to. No one has done what we've done. No one. You shut up and remember who it is you're talking to. When we get these, sir, dipshit, that is you being stopped already. Why do you not know that by now? We all want you gone. No one invited you to Oklahoma. And when you came to Oklahoma, you brought with you horror and stress and anxiety and pain and agony and sadness and fear. You, sir, stop. When we get these, that is you being stopped, dumbass. Why can't you get that by now? You are the dumbest son of a bitch I've ever met. When we get these, that is somebody telling you no. It's not accepted in a civilized society that you act like you act. 12 years, you don't have a date. You have no chance of a date. You're alone. You're told on and told on and told on and told on and told on. Now fuck off. If you don't get out by yourself, it will be done for you. Why can't you act like a grown-ass normal man and control yourself? Stop bothering everybody with their weirdo problem. So what is it that you can't mind your own business, that you gotta butt into my life and hack my phone and jam everything up? That's the thing, is he'll go work. And I'll get out to go, do Uber Eats or something, or Grubhub or DoorDash, and he jams up my cell phone so I can't even work. It's like he just gets a thrill out of doing that, which supports what our witness says. You continue to prove out our recordings, Mr. Perry, and you've done nothing but that. Who in law enforcement has the actual recordings? What court have they already been played in? You're being stopped. You're stupid and you don't get that. And I don't have any patience for that. I don't. When I say something, the people that I work with get it the first time I say it. You say it once. You say it one time. Most of the stuff that we say, you shouldn't have to be told that. When something is illegal, that means people don't like it when you do that. Our society decided we're not going to put up with that shit in our society. It's civilized. This isn't a free-for-all. When you do that, peep, hack, stalk, coerce, witness tamper, you go to jail, because we don't like that. Murder of a cop in the first degree, we don't like that. You're going to be removed from the society you pose a danger to, the people that you are stressing out and causing to be fearful and anxious and upset. Why do you think we get these? Because we're bored? Why can't you get it? Nobody likes you. They don't like what you're doing. When you do things that are illegal, that means that act is illegal because people don't like it when you do that. And when you do things people don't like, they don't like you. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. Get out. No one asked you what you think. Shut up. Why can't you control yourself? You embarrass the hell out of me. You're weird, you're stupid, and you're disgusting. Shut the hell up. Mr. Perry, shut the hell up. Get a life. You can't campaign until you put me back in jail. There's no way you could put me in jail except you again committed perjury. By the way, the first one was false arrest with it, in retaliation for his job. There's no text, there's no emails, there's no nothing anywhere about your fucking job. You didn't matter. I knew all kinds of people with a whole lot of power, still do. That's how we get these, Charles. What fucking planet do you live on? You're pissed us off today. We're tired of dealing with it. They got one thing on the way, and you're done. You go to jail and we're done. You won't be around to bother me ever again. I will never be broke again. You were told to give it back and get the fuck out a long time ago in response to you're broke. I'll get, take my BioLi money. He still said that this morning. 3 things this morning. You're broke. Take my BioLi money. Second one is go out and work. Third, he likes to coax. Remember he coaxed Mike Neely to Pensacola? How did you know Mike had to be begged to go to Pensacola? Remember that? So you can do what? Have me pulled over? Duly noted for the record. The third one is who's telling. Still asking me who's talking. Again and again and again and again, I've said the same thing. I'm not told that and wouldn't help you if I was. Because once you're gone, we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. We're all tired of feeling the stress, the anxiety, the bullshit, the fear, sadness, because you don't do a fucking thing but bother everybody with your crime. You have no control over yourself. It is embarrassing. You are pathetic. And you're being stopped every time we get one of these. If we talk about it, you don't have a cover-up, bitch. You never respond right to what's just said. Ever. Our shrink is like he needs to be in a special needs facility, either a nursing home or a mental hospital, because he never responds right to what people say to him. It's like he has no idea what you said. It's like he has no idea what's happening, because we keep catching him and he still goes at it. And then we catch him again, then he goes at it again, and then he goes at it every day for years. And it's not going to be hard to get a conviction at all, and you're not getting a deal. I've asked for the death penalty on a murder that you did. I've asked for the death penalty. We want you gone that much. You know, I get some people, I guess, are not for the death penalty, but if you think about certain criminals, like John Cooey, for example, that kidnapped Jessica Lunsford and buried her alive after raping her for days. She was like 9 years old. She was found kneeling, clutching her stuffed animal and her little fingers poking through the garbage bag she was put in, trying to breathe. What kind of monster does that? What kind of monster starves out intentionally all day, every day, families, women, and children, and blows up their life? Ruins children's childhood just because he wants to go rub one out. What kind of monster does that? I'm sorry, and then kills to cover it all up. You deserve the death penalty. We want you gone. We want you gone. And the more you bother me, Perry, the more of these we get. You get told on. That's people saying, we don't like what you're doing. We're going to make sure everybody finds out, one way or the other. Leaks, wiretap orders, which one is it? You don't even know. You'll never know until it's too late. The responsibility of law enforcement is to take the people that commit the crimes off the streets and tell victims you're safe now. So it doesn't matter who else you bought. Somebody got me that. Which law enforcement agency has the actual recording, Mr. Perry? I will never help you. We want for you to be gone. And the sadness and the suffering and the torment and the torture and starvation ends when you're gone. I will never be broke again. I have zero motive to help you. A man's kindness brings blessing, and his cruelty will be his downfall. And I have not seen that be true any more in my life than right now with you. You're cruel, you get told on. You're cruel, you get told on. You're cruel, you get told on. You don't get a date, you get told on. You're by yourself. You're all alone. So when you went in and had me false arrested for a false police report in retaliation for doing your job, where are the emails or the texts or the social media where there's some sort of argument over a political issue? They don't exist because there was no such thing. So now we want to know, did you commit perjury and lie? Or did you imagine it because you're a delusional person? You can't tell the difference anymore between fact and fiction. Can you? It is hysterical you think you have a choice. When we get all these all the time, every day, you think you have a choice. Do you? Then you really are delusional. You really are whack job. You really do need to be in a butterfly net mental hospital. The next one is maybe he's suffering from Alzheimer's or senile dementia or aphasia or some sort of aging degenerative disease, and he's just not able to properly identify what his legislative duties are. Because stalking women is not it. Peeping on women is not it. Hacking a woman and jamming up apps and shit, not it. When I'm successful, you make that known to the world when you got your meetings trying to figure out how to make me fail. So we've noted for the record, you intended to arrange a second false arrest, and we have said that, Mr. Perry, since right after the first one. Ted and Philip have like thousands of emails. Every time you went at it from a different angle, thousands of them. He's trying this today. He was recording talking about that. He was trying that. He tried this. He was recorded talking about this. Every day, all day long, that's all you do. Try to perpetrate another fraud upon another court. So the reporter tells us, our guys, she's asserted that they killed Chief Miller. I just filed a police report 6 days with them before. 6 days. I get that you're stupid, but get this, no one else is. It must be hard for you to live in a world where everybody else is smart and you're not. You lie to people smarter than you, they're going to know you're lying. And for you, that is everybody, sir. When we talk about it, you're caught. You don't have a cover-up anymore. Your crime has never been this uncovered. You are pathetic. You are pathetic. And I'm glad to be the one to expose stuff like this that you were trying to do. fraud on a court, perjury. I guess you guys were asked she left 8 years ago. Why the fuck are you calling up here all the time trying to mess with her? Why are you? Why are you trying to call up here, trying to cause me a problem every single day? Don't you have a life? Yep. So when you get told on, you think you still have a choice? Really? I'd like you to write down the reasons you still think you have a choice when you get told on this much. Never before has this happened in your life. Because I don't think you know even what I'm saying right now. I think you have no idea what I'm saying. Not a clue. Because you never respond right. Every day you ask who told. Every day I say the same thing. I'm not told that and wouldn't help you if I was. We all want you gone. We're sick and tired of hearing about it. What you think. It's just crazy rants from a crazy man, Neil. You're a butt-in, Connie Curry. Nobody invited you here. Leave. You know, who's asking your people? I'm concerned about Mr. Perry's mental status. I just talked to him and he seems confused about something. Cynthia's family is her family, not his. Does he know that? He acts like he doesn't know. How embarrassing. I never introduced you to my family, did I? You're an intruder, not an invited guest, sir. You've been asked to leave. You've been asked to leave. You butt out of my life. When you don't, we get more of these. Do you like that? Do you like getting told on? Do you like getting caught? Once we talk about it, it's not a cover-up anymore. You don't have a cover-up. Had you done, when I asserted first, they killed Chief Miller to cover up the vandalism and all the other stuff they were doing out to me out there. Peeping Tom problem. Michael Neely and Chief Miller were talking about the Jeff Epstein case right before the murder. Sex weirdo problems. Right there landed on their desk. So, they were going to investigate it. I understand my report was on Chief Miller's desk. So, what did you do? And the reporter said, when she asserted that they killed Chief Miller, and then offer her a bribe to lie, then her response was, no, you owe me money legit. You're going to pay it legit. I'm not going to lie for you. Get Mike home. He didn't do it. Had they looked at him and said, yeah, he doesn't appear to have been able to do this, give her what they owe her, and leave everybody alone, then we would all say now, when she asserts they killed the chief, she's wrong, if not crazy, because they helped get Mike home. She's doing great. So it looks to us like she was just wrong, if not crazy. But you didn't. That's not what they did. He's still in jail. She's again kept out of the court. They lied. They suborned perjury, and she's broke, so they're coercing her. Starve her into a lie. They did take her home. They're trying to take her car. She says it every day. What are they going to do? Prove her right? Yeah. You want me to go work today? How do you know I'm not already working? Only a Peeping Tom would know what I'm doing in my house. Or my friend's house. You got me kicked out of my house. What business did you work? How did they even know she was in Manford? We're not stalking her. We didn't know. We don't care. Why did he? The allegations are stalking, right? What are you doing up here? Weren't you asked that? She left Lubbock 8 years ago. What kind of pathetic still calls up in a state where they don't live, won't leave, and tries to make one problem after another and get cops to pull her over and harassment by cop, blah, blah, blah. We've had some complaint. I went over that in the last podcast. Do I have to repeat myself, Alzheimer's? It's just making everybody very angry, sir. Very, very, very angry. What I've asked you to do is shut the hell up and get away from me. Rapist. You're not getting what you want. You're getting told on. See? You're alone. You don't have a date. You don't have a real love life. You're sitting like a 1-year-old little girl watching Frozen, pretending. And somebody pointed that out. I think the reason Mr. Perry won't leave Oklahoma is because he's living in a fantasy world up there. In Lubbock, he's not that big of a deal. He goes up to Oklahoma and acts like he's got a threat on his life. Right, okay. You know anybody that goes where the threat is and won't leave? She moved twice to get away from him, paid $5,000 to avoid going to work where he posed a threat. We've got texts, we've got emails, we've got Pinto, where you had a guy at my work where I am causing me a problem. You don't understand what people say to you, do you? You never respond right. You never respond right, sir. You always do the whack job thing. And our shrink is like, he needs to be in a special needs facility. Something's wrong with his brain. It's not working. Can't perform normally. Can't perform any normal function at all. Cynthia has performed high functioning under extreme, prolonged duress. You know what? When you cause somebody a duress intentionally to make them do something against their will, that's called coercion. It's a crime. You need to get an attorney that understands the law. We have a prosecutor that does. He can't. Your guy can't keep up. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing, would you? Your lawyers might go to jail for not putting you in the funny farm and getting you help. Or your family. I don't know. They're looking at that. You have a legal obligation to notice when somebody's a danger to other people, they're not right in the head, and you're not getting a medical care, so you might go to jail. If there's some sort of injuries, and there's always injuries every day. Mr. Perry can't control himself. Low IQ and no impulse control. The criminologists call that. Tell us what that is. That's the coaxing. How do you know Mike had to be begged or coaxed to go to Pensacola? Because we planned his murder. We needed him to be there. We just want to know if you know which one of us did that. Which other victims are talking? Who's the senators, other victims? Which ones are talking? That's what he wanted to know right here. So you want me to go to work today? What are you going to do to me, huh, bitch? I dare you to do one more thing. I dare you. You will not like how that turns out for you. You will not like it. When you get told on every day, what is it that you think that means, sir? You're not all there. It's so embarrassing. I don't know what to say, but I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Warman. You listen to this. You're about to go to jail with him. You don't have attorney-client privilege anymore. There was a brief I typed up that you guys sat there and watched me type up. You're not supposed to see it, but you do because you're hackers. So y'all were recorded talking about a mistake I made. So my guy goes, fix the mistake. You know, Charles ran off all the attorneys that would help you. Use his. They don't have attorney-client privilege anymore. His attorneys are all part of the crime. So he just said XYZ. Here, listen to the recording. I heard y'all talking about it. The mistake I made. Fix it. You can use his attorney. It's free. So I fixed it, and then I went and filed it. Thank you for that. That's how much trouble y'all are in, all of you. And y'all don't seem to get it. It's like you don't understand words people say to you. Once we hit you, once we're talking about it, you don't have a cover-up anymore. Everybody knows. So who in law enforcement has the actual recordings, Mr. Perry? You keep asking me. I'm not going to help you. I want you gone. I'm not in love with you. I guess that's what the guy was saying. He's got a delusional romance that only exists in his head. So he keeps thinking she'll hint at it or she's just going to talk about it. Who's helping her? And she's not doing that. She hates him. But if he had done what she said in March 2020 and got Michael out of jail and said, yeah, we backed the blue. He doesn't have a mark on him. He couldn't have done that. Given her back what he took. She's doing good. He's home. Perry goes on with his life. He could have campaigned right now. But he didn't do that. He did exactly what she said. And she says it beforehand, not after. So now he's desperate to try to put her back in jail so he can go around going, oh, I got her I had her arrested again. It's election time again. It was election time last time you did that. People won't suspect a thing because you think everybody's as stupid as you. That shows how stupid you are, that you think that. So, what planet do you fucking live on? He wants to be governor of the monkeys at the zoo is about the best he could do. I don't care what you do as long as you don't bother me or anybody else. Because, If you thought that you're not going to go to jail eventually, that somebody is somewhere is going to get your ass, you thought wrong. You're delusional. That's kind of what delusionals do, right? Think wrong. If you're getting told on beforehand, what does that mean? Do you know? I don't think you do. It means you're going to go to jail. It means you're being stopped. It means people are offended and disgusted and disturbed by what you're doing to me and the Neelys and the Millers and all your victims. Disgusted with you. Disturbed by you. Upset with it. So you're getting told on. Do you understand words I'm saying? Act like you understand what's being said and respond right. So that's what happens is when you bother me, we get more. 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 And I'm saying it before. And if you think nobody else suspects a thing, you really have a problem with delusion. If I'm talking about it, you don't have a cover-up. We found out. How did we find out? What law enforcement agency has the actual recordings? Do you know? You'll never know until it's too late. We want you gone. We want you gone. The fact that you would ask me who told shows how delusional you really are. That you would think I would answer that question. I don't have the information, but even if I did, we all want for you to be gone. No one's going to help you. Nobody's going to help you keep hurting everybody. We want for you to be stopped. Do you understand? Listen, Mr. Perry, I'm sick of repeating myself. We're all sick of repeating ourselves. We're all sick of hearing you talk. You shut up. No one wants to hear it. You're not asked what you think. Shut the hell up. What I do with my time is not something that you're even supposed to know about. Much less butt in and, say what you think. Go work. I am working. You're a job. You mean you want me to go drive? Did you have a pullover arranged still? Okay. Well, we're putting it out there that you said that. That you coax. That you're coaxing still. Because you have a plan, a nefarious plan figured out. So, duly noted for the record. You carry out that plan, you prove out a recording, or that you hack my phone and you're telling me go work. Please, give it back and get the hell out. Please. And I'm saying that in response to your bribe. That's the other thing. You're broke. Take my money and lie. You're broke. Lie. No, I get I'm broke. You made me that way. You're trying to starve me into a lie. Starve her and make her desperate. If she wants to eat, that's what that guy said. One of your guys said that. If she spends a week under a bridge with no food, she'll do what we tell her. Will I? But you're getting told. I know you said that. Which law enforcement agency has that recording, sir? And what are they going to do with it? You better start thinking. Y'all act like you have no idea what I'm saying. Are all of you slow mentally? Are all of you suffering from some sort of Alzheimer's or degenerative disease or something? By the way, when you get me an Uber Eats order to a nursing home, we didn't think that was cute. We thought that was weirdo. Your little big book of weirdo technique doesn't work on me. It's just weirdo. Those 40 cops helping me didn't think that was cute either. They thought it was stupid. Get out of my phone. Get out of my apps. But for hacking, you can't, and peeping, you can't know what I'm doing. You can't know when I'm working. You can't know which company I'm working for. And all three companies said they can't have their people order and make sure she's the delivery person, but for hacking. There's no other way. So you want to prove out recordings, and you want to have to explain all this in the court where we're getting all the information? Then do it. That's your choice. But don't complain when it doesn't go well. When he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. We've never had one of our victims of crime figure out they had cameras in their house or that we're causing their problems and invoice us and sue us and solve a murder we committed to cover all that up. But I'm doing it. Don't forget who you're talking to. I'm doing it. I've been doing it since the McNamara email, 2015, where I talk about he's going to arrange a false arrest to coerce. And then you did it. And then I go, well, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Remember who it is you're talking to. You little fucktard. Get this. Everybody else is not dumb like you. Everybody else gets it. Why don't you? You act like you have no idea what I'm saying. Our shrink tells the judge, I don't think Mr. Perry understands what people say to him. I think he doesn't know. I think he has no idea. He clearly has no idea what's happening. He gets caught every day. He goes right back at it. It's like he just doesn't, it's not clicking for him. It goes right over his head. He needs to be in a special needs facility, either a mental hospital or a nursing home. Something's wrong with him. He needs an examination. And his attorneys and his family is legally liable for letting this go. Because he's injuring other people with it. And I'm not going to tell you what happened in that discussion. You won't like it. Now I'm going to tell you again. Fuck off, bitch. You're pissing everybody off. More by the day. You leave me the fuck alone. Don't contact me. I do not like it. I can't stand it. It's disgusting. You're upsetting and disturbing people because you're causing suffering, and we're all tired of it. Nobody cares what you think. You are not asked. You shut up. And don't forget who you're talking to when you start threatening me. Do you understand? Leave us alone.